How's it going? Aiden here at Cherry Creek Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade full body / shell. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I'm just going to show you how I did it. So here we go. Step one for me was to buy as many old decoys as I could. For me, I just bought old Flambeau floaters. They're super light. There's no weight to them at all. I tried to get as many Mallards as I could. And the reason I wanted to buy old ones, one, because they're cheap. And if it didn't work out, then I'm not out a lot of money. I think I've got like 3 or 4 dozen. I think I spent 30 or 40 bucks on them. Step two, you want to find some way to stake these shells up if you're hunting in shallow water. Obviously these will work great if you're hunting like a sandbar or something, which was a big reason why I wanted to make these. Sandbar, edge of a big lake or pond. And the stake is useful to get it a little bit above the water, like so. I bet you could buy some at like Home Depot or something, but my dad just had some of these stakes left over from snow goose hunting. I don't know, they're probably 18, 20 inches long and an 1/8 inch diameter. And so that's what I'm going to use for my stakes. Step 3 for me was to cut the bottoms off these decoys. I did it 2 different ways. One way was I cut the entire bottom off. The other way, I cut off most of the bottom and then left a little bit at the front. The reason I left a little bit at the front was because then when I drilled my holes for the stake, then I could have one hole at the bottom and then one hole here, and then the stake would just rest at the base of the head of the decoy. So I think I like that way a little bit better. You got to make sure your holes line up though. It's like on this one, I did it kind of at an angle, so the stake's kind of at the side of the decoy's head. One reason I did it this way is just because I was trying to save as much weight as possible, and I thought that they may stack a little bit better if I cut the whole bottom off. So just something to think about if you're going to make these. I haven't used them yet, so I'm about to. It's early November, so I'm about to take these out. So we'll see which way I like better. So you cut your bottom off of the decoy, and now you're going to drill your holes. You're going to grab your drill and a like-size drill bit. And on these with a little plastic, I drilled one hole at the base and then one hole right below the head. On these where I cut the whole bottom off, I drilled one hole at the base of the chest and then one hole right beneath the head. And so when you're setting them out, you just got to line those 2 holes up and it sits right there. When I've set these up in my yard, they spin pretty good, so hoping they got some decent movement. Here's what they look like staked out in the yard. If there's a little breeze, they may have a little movement on them. And I think these are gonna save me a lot of weight. One thing the public land hunter is always facing is how can he get more decoys in and less weight. A lot of the decoys you can buy in the market today are just so heavy, and I'm a walk-in hunter a lot of the time, so I don't want to carry a heavy decoy. I run Dakota inflatables, and I even took off the 4-ounce weights and I put 2-ounce weights on. Those have helped for me in lakes, rivers, and wetlands. So I'm trying to go as light as possible, and that's why I made this. So I hope you found this beneficial. One thing I've been learning in the Bible recently is out of 2 Timothy chapter 1, and Paul's writing to Timothy, and he's talking about guarding the faith that you've been given. So guarding your faith in Jesus Christ, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ every day to yourself, and I found that really valuable as a Christ follower.